Michael here with Playthroughs for You, and today I'm going to be bringing you a different kind of video on how to set up and utilize your own randomized Pokemon Nuzlocke. So I've been getting this question a lot, and I just want to show you guys how simple it is. It only requires 3 items, and we're going to head straight to the internet. Shameless plug here. I was watching my own YouTube video. So first we're going to type in Game Boy Advanced Emulator, as you can see. And I normally get mine from either MU Paradise or Emulator Zone, and this is the one that I have downloaded, so I'm going to run you through it. We're just going to click on this one, and then we have the download file right here. I always download from the official ports. I don't download from the unofficial ports. We click on it here, we open it up, runs the security scan. I have some pretty high-end protection, and none of this has been linked with anything so far. I obviously wouldn't be making a video on it if I thought that it wasn't safe. And we just can extract these two. It's going to replace. I'm just going to replace the file destination here. And of course, there it is. We have this now from here. And if we didn't already have it, it would just be over here. Cool. So now I'm going to show you guys how to get games. Pretty simple. So just type in Pokemon and then whatever game. In this case, we're going to do Crystal. And then you type in ROM. I get all my stuff from ROM's Mania. Again, I've never had an issue with any files having viruses or anything. You hit the download button right there. It takes you through a proxy to make sure you're not trying to DDoS. You hit run here. And then it's going to open up a separate window, so I'm going to close out of that. It's going to take us to a verified page, WizardSoft web setup. It is a verified publisher, so we're good on that. It's going to load here, and it's going to have us go through a couple dialogue options. First of all, you set the language that you want. There's many languages. We're going to stick with the default being English. There it is. Alright, and then you can actually pick where your program goes. So I have a folder specifically for Pokemon, and I just put it right in here. And then you hit next. So this is what you need to pay attention to. They get their money by doing advertisement setups. So if you don't want to download any of this antivirusware, which I recommend that you don't, I've never done it, you just simply hit decline. And then your software will download. You hit finish, and then another pop-up asking you if you want some more stuff. Again, I hit decline. We don't want that. And then we hit open. So I like to do things a little bit different. I like to keep the extracted folder in here. I simply open it up, and I drag the game out. I'm not going to replace it just because I still have the Centric only file. And I might want to work on that a little bit more. So I'm not going to do it, so I'm just going to close out of it. But I keep the extraction folder. That way, whenever I randomize the ROM that I pull, I can just go back and pull a brand new fresh file and not have to worry about going back and downloading it. So the last thing that we're going to need here is we can just type in Pokemon Randomizer. And I've always used the Universal Pokemon Game Randomizer. Super easy to use. It shows how to do things right here. You just go to downloads, and you download for the Windows version, the exe version. You just simply open it. It's going to run the security scan. We're going to be all good. And then you just you drag. I'm going to replace the files in the destination. There it is. And then we have our settings folder, which is fine. I just shove that into my Pokemon folder. Replace the files in the destination. Cool. So now we have our three things, right? So we have our Pokemon Crystal emulator that we would have. So now you open up your randomizer. You just double click on it, and then you click Open ROM, and you select whatever ROM that you want. So I already have a very generic, non-modified Crystal version, so we're going to open that up. And here it is. So if you want to change the Pokemon's base stats, you can. I normally keep them unchanged. I normally keep random Pokemon types unchanged unless I'm doing an extreme randomized Nuzlocke. Then you have your Pokemon evolutions. I normally keep those unchanged unless I'm doing an extreme as well. Then you have your starters, stats, and trades. So if you do completely random, that is where your starters will be completely random. For static Pokemon, I personally always do completely random. Makes it a lot more interesting. And then in-game trains, I also do randomize both given and requested Pokemon. And then we do move and move sets. I don't change anything in here unless, again, I am doing a extreme randomized Nuzlocke. In that case, I will do completely random or random prefer same typing, but we're going to leave it unchanged for now. Trainer Pokemon, I always do random. I make sure my rival carries his starter throughout the game. And then if I want to, I'll hit Force Fully Evolve at level 36 just to help evolutions out. Depending on what game I'm not, but we're not going to do that. So one other thing, make impossible evos. This is something that people might want to do. So people will have the Pokemon will have a set level based on the force evolve that you have, and make evolutions easier if you want some longer tiered evolutions such as Dragonair to fully evolve at level 40. But this makes it so that any Pokemon that require trades or trade items or certain stipulations will evolve if you hit this Force Fully Evolve button at 36. So we'll go ahead and set that up. Then we have wild Pokemon. I always do random, and I do no additional rules. There's 3 different types here. You can do type theme areas, so like all ground area or all fire area. You can do catch 'em all mode, which will have, so if you run into a Mewtwo as your first encounter, you're not going to run into that Mewtwo until you've cycled through all of the other Pokemon that are available in that game. Or the similar strength rule, it will replace the Pokemon that are in that route with other Pokemon that have similar stat pools. And then we have use time-based encounters. Don't use legendary, set minimum catch rate, randomize held items. This is all for wild Pokemon. I don't mess with any of this, and I normally don't mess with any of this. So then we have our TMs and our HMs. So I like to do randomize the TMs and HMs. The HMs will always stay the same. You don't have to worry about getting accidentally messed up because your cut HM is now Surf. So that's pretty good. Move tutors, I generally just keep the same. TM and HM compatibility, I do random preferred same typing almost all the time. Just because some random TMs, like you can get the TM that's supposed to be Bide, it can be Psychic. But then since the game reads it as a normal typing TM normally, it won't let you teach it to a Psychic type Pokemon, so I do the random preferred same typing. Field items here, I do random. You can ban bad items if you want. I've not really seen a difference when I've clicked the 2, so I normally just leave that unchecked. And then miscellaneous tweaks here, you can ban Lucky Egg so that you don't get it. You can randomize the catching tutorial, and you can also hit fast text. So we're going to go ahead and randomize our save, and we're going to just do test video. You can name it whatever you want, or you can save it over the original patch here. I always normally just save it over the original patch, but for this video we're just going to do this. We hit save, and then I ask you a couple questions. Do you want to save log file of the randomized performance? Unless you're doing like a head-to-head, this doesn't matter, so you can click no. And then below are the settings you can give the other people to produce the same randomized save files you just did. So if you want to compete with your friends on the same seed, you can take note of this. You can produce it, which saves it as a note file. If you don't care, you just hit done, and then we're good. We can exit out of this, and then let me find my boop. Where is it? The test. The test. There we go. The test. There's the test video. So we're just boop gonna plug that right in, and it opens up, and you guys are gonna hear the music here in a little bit. It's a little loud. Let me lower that. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed through this so you guys can see what this looks like. So as you can see, I'm gonna lower the music a little bit more. As you can see, the Pokemon is completely different. We're just gonna go with A. You guys are gonna get a quick run through. Let's move that mouse off the screen here. Yep. Sunday, yeah, whatever. Phone, yes, know how to use. And then we're gonna run right through here. We're gonna boop. Has a favorite for us, of course, yes, will help. And now we're going to look at the randomized Pokemon that we have here. Alright. So our first one is Graveler. Nope. And then our second one is Primeape. Nope. Then our last one is Lickitung. So that's how you randomize your Pokemon games. Now, if you guys, there's been a known issue with Pokemon Emerald and trying to put it into the Visual Boy Advance, and since we downloaded, I'm assuming that the settings are going to be reset, so I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So you're going to go down to Game Boy, I think. Nope. Well, I'm looking for the save feature. That's what I'm looking for. Priority, filter, Game Boy, sound, emulator. Save type, right here. And you're going to go under emulator. Okay, so the settings saved. You're going to go to save type. Normally, the game is on Flash 64K. We'll switch it, and then I will show you. We'll try to open up my Pokemon Emerald, and it's not going to work. Oh, it did work. I'm a liar. It's because we already have a save battery. But normally, you just come up here to options, go to emulator, go to save type, and do Flash 128K, and it'll fix the issue so that you can open up the Emerald version with that. So I hope this has helped answer a lot of questions that you guys had. If you do have any other questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment below. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you want to continue to see Pokemon playthroughs, as well as any other playthroughs that I may end up doing on my channel later. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out, and thanks so much for watching.